Welcome everybody to this month's forum. I'm going to start with introducing my son-in-law and my Tai Chi friend, Evan, who's going to look after the technical part of this. And he also has trained with me with Tai Chi as well. So Evan will be in charge of the technical part. And
hi, everyone. Good morning from Sydney.
Yeah, and hello and welcome everybody to the Zone 2 of the Tai Chi Forum in August. And in this forum, we have an unusual topic, sticky Tai Chi. And what is sticky Tai Chi? So we're going to have fun talking about that. And let me start with giving you an idea, especially for the newcomers, what we're going to do in this hour. I'm going to start with a brief introduction of my workshop team, and then I'm going to introduce Pat Lawson from USA. She's going to talk about these topics, sticky Tai Chi. And then after her, I will talk about this topic too. And after that, we'll be open to questions. And actually, it is 2 o'clock in the morning. So Pat won't be here, but we have a recording of what she did this morning, and I will answer questions for her if you have questions for her. So after answer questions, we can discuss and talk about anything, and then there will be a space of time that we're going to put you in small groups. You get to know each other from people from different countries, and then we come back together and chat again. That's about what we're going to do for this hour. So first I'm going to introduce Evan. Evan's going to run the technical part of this. So she'll be the host and she'll put you on and make sure everything works. And there's 2 persons who probably doesn't need any introduction. Nuala from UK. I don't think you need introduction. She's a master trainer who's so enthusiastic about Tai Chi for health. And of course, this forum, she's talked to everybody, I'm sure, before you come. And she just a force, a great caring person for Europe, especially in UK. And to make sure this forum is consistent, Nuala and Ernie from 2 different countries come together. So for Nuala, last night it was 11 o'clock when she was in the USA forum, and now early in the morning she's back in this forum. For Ernie, it was in the evening, and so this is 2 o'clock in the morning, 2 a.m. from Ernie. And thank you. You guys are just wonderful to just be here so that we can have a consistent and the top class forum for everybody. So that's my introduction. I'm going to introduce Pat. Pat Lawson is a master trainer from USA, and she has been involved with martial arts and Tai Chi back probably around 46 years, about the time I started Tai Chi, nearly 50 years ago. And she's one of the very first person I met and worked together in the USA more than 20 years ago. She has great knowledge of Tai Chi and martial arts. And just want you to know, we didn't talk to each other. We just talked about the topic, and I don't know what she was going to talk about. But I know now because she talked last night. So here's Pat. Enjoy her talk.
Thank you, Paul. And I know Paul said over 40 years, but my beginning years in Tai Chi were through a Kung Fu school. And it was Tai Chi taught by my Kung Fu Sifu. And he introduced I told Paul, I've always wanted to know more about sticky and Tai Chi. Well, in thinking about it and getting ready for this talk, I realized that Sifu really talked a lot about sticky hands. And sticky hands is related, but a little different than sticky Tai Chi. And we did these exercises, advanced students only, where we invested a great amount of time, energy, and breathing into making circles over a half full liter soda bottle that was lying on its side, and then trying to get it to levitate with our palm without touching it. And you know, one day I actually could feel some movement, but I can't tell you how many hours I had to invest before I felt anything like that. And it had water in it. It was half full of water, so it was heavy. So to feel anything was very satisfying, but I had this huge aha moment, like, why am I doing this? Why am I investing all of this time and energy to play with a soda bottle? And I thought that that was what sticky Tai Chi was about, but something told me probably not, because everything in Tai Chi is more useful. There's nothing wasted. Everything is about improving the chi flow. So I was really excited about this topic, and I just want to maybe open your mind, get you a little curious about it. And those of you who already know about sticky in Tai Chi will see that I'm just at the base level, but I'm trying to introduce maybe a different way of looking at it. So as I started to research it, I found out that sticky force, interestingly enough, is a physics term. And it has to do with adhesives and adhesion and how things stick to a surface, how a bubble forms when we dip the bubble stick into the bubble juice. You know, we pick it up, the juice drips off, and it kind of smears around the edges and holds on. That's this sticky force. It has to do a little bit with elasticity and a little bit with adhesion. And when, in fact, here's a definition online. It is caused by electrostatic or mechanical forces that exist among two kinds of substances. So that's more of a scientific physics kind of definition, but electrostatic and two kinds of substances got my attention, because in Tai Chi, I sometimes feel like there is an electrostatic force too. And we're always playing with the opposites, with two substances or two sides of a substance. So this force caused by this electrostatic quality between two substances is, in a broad sense, sticking force. So what could it mean in Tai Chi? And I think it's that feeling of moving against the gentle resistance, of pulling away slowly. And as I continued looking it up, it wouldn't be me talking to you if I didn't have some kind of image to give you. So once again, I have my trusty ball. And if you've ever been at a pool or beach as a kid, maybe playing with a ball and you try to force it underwater, what happens? You push it, you push it, you push it. If you were to move your hands, it's going to pop right back up, isn't it? If I keep pushing too hard, or I try to move it, or I try to sit on it too fast, it pops up. I get dumped off the ball. And if you think back far enough, you may have had that experience. Too much force will make it pop over and avoid it. But if I'm real gentle and I just try to direct the ball a little bit, I can move it softly, I might have better luck in not having it explode back at me. So the point of sticky force for us is to sense the energy, sense what's coming from another direction, sense what's even around us by our own force that we're generating and moving as we move chi, and to gently listen to it and not oppose it. if you think of the hands in Sun style single whip, when the hands gently separate, try it right there with me and imagine that you're inside a bubble and you want to move the sides of the bubble larger. So you have to stick to the bubble and spread it without being too forceful because you would break the bubble. So this is what I've been thinking about for sticky force. And I know we don't teach or do push hands, but in push hands, when it's done properly, it's very, very soft. And people are just sensing, and trying to redirect without opposing or using physical tension and force. If you use tension on a bubble, it bursts. One of the things I looked up, I have to give credit, I don't know who they are, but the name of the club is called Green Dragon Tai Chi. And I have to give credit to them for this phrase because to me, this pretty much sums up what I'm thinking sticky means in Tai Chi. Stick, follow, lead, but don't run. Sensing that energy, going with it, maybe leading and redirecting it, but not running, not using force to pull or push or to take over. Same as with the ball. If I'm too harsh in the water, it's not going to work. It's going to come back at me. But to sense where things are going, to try to open up the space around me, those bubbles. And I like thinking of it in single whip and wave hands and clouds, even in our warm-ups, pressing heaven and earth. When you do those now, think of stretching the bubble around you and sensing and being very gentle with any opposing force. So that's my thought. And I hope that it opens up maybe a new way for you to think about sticky in Tai Chi. Thank you.
Thank you, Pat. I love the ball. That Fred was very good. The sticky hands in Chinese, actually sticky Tai Chi is not really very well documented or clearly documented in the Tai Chi nomenclature, but sticky hands, what Pat mentioned earlier on, is very reasonably known, and what it is a part of the procedure in pushing hands. Pushing hands is two persons feeling each other's energy, sensing each other's energy, redirecting energies, and they look like they're sticking to each other. Their hands are sticking, adhering to each other. And so that sticky hands is a good way to describe sticky Tai Chi. I want to tell you a story about sticky Tai Chi. A friend of mine who I respect, because he's got great Tai Chi, and he tends to be critical of other Tai Chi people. And we talk about this other person in particular, and he wasn't so keen about this other person, even though he won quite a few gold medals in Tai Chi competitions and sort of well known. And then one day I saw him, he was really excited. So he really cares about Tai Chi. He says, "Hey, you know that guy?" I say, "Yeah." He says, "I saw him, and his Tai Chi has this very nice stickiness in it, that his Tai Chi really improved a lot in recent days. And I know exactly what he means." So what is sticky Tai Chi? What makes you really improve your Tai Chi? There are ways to look at it, and of course people look at different things with different perspective, especially something like stickiness and sticky Tai Chi. One way I look at it is we all use a stick-on pad, like that, and it's stick-on. Now, you might have heard this story that in a major company, I think it's IBM, there's a research guy who developed this glue. And then when the glue turned out, it's glue, but it doesn't stick very well. It sticks, but it doesn't stick. So he thought, well, what's good of a glue if it doesn't glue together permanently or very fastly? So he put it in the outside basket, and then quite a long time later, somebody else come across this, and he thought, wow, a glue who doesn't stick, but it's a glue, and he think of this, the sticky tape. Of course, we see it everywhere now. So that's kind of interesting because it's like Tai Chi. The sticky Tai Chi is sticky, but it's not sticky. It's an inner force from within. It's a way to build your inner force, not just to use it to absorb and feeling, sticking to the incoming force, but also, more importantly, your sticky Tai Chi is where you have such inner strength that it shows. And let me sort of show you that sort of easier for you to see what I mean. When we do Sung style or Yang style, and you do the brush knee, you can just brush past, or if you brush with that internal force, it feels like my movement have a elasticity, a stickiness that can give you a feeling that there is an inner strength. And then, if you just practice as though there is a gentle resistance, the gentle elasticity, it's good. You can improve your Tai Chi. However, if you also use your whole body, the force coming from your leg transfer to your dantian, express through the hands, and then deliver. Here, the inner force is stronger because you have the right base in your legs. Your force is from dantian, and when your posture is right, if you're leaning forward, that force is not so strong, and it's very hard to then make your force sticky. So a sticky Tai Chi is somewhere that you really have the inner energy, your Qi, and it really expresses yourself that it looks like glue that stick, and it doesn't stick, but it has its power, and it's very, very useful in listening to the incoming force and feeling and redirecting, and then deliver your own force. And one of the participants in the Zone 1, she was teaching Tai Chi for Health for 12 years. And she said she never know what is sticky Tai Chi, and she felt sort of a little left out. But essentially, of course, she's been doing it. I know her, I know many of you, and I saw most people's Tai Chi. You don't even have to know what is sticky Tai Chi, but you can still, when you practice the Tai Chi with your principle, with inner strength, then that stickiness is already there. So she already got it. However, when you understand what it is, and then you understand that your principles and the inner force allow you to express that stickiness, the energy delivering, then that it then give you a path, a direction, how to build the inner energy. When you do this and feel the stickiness, the elasticity, and then you transfer it to everything else in doing Tai Chi, you can really feel there's something inner, resilient, elastic, and powerful. It's interesting when we talk about Tai Chi, people think Sun style is very easy to do, to learn, and Yang style is a little harder but still easy to learn. And Cheng style is more challenging to learn, it's more sophisticated. But there's another way to look at it, because every Tai Chi has inner energy. That's what Tai Chi is about. Now, when you do a Cheng style, it is harder to learn, but once you learn it, your stickiness becomes very obvious, easier to express. And then when you express your stickiness in a Sun style or Yang style, it's actually more challenging. I'll show you what I mean. I'll do a little Cheng style so you can just see that the stickiness kind of become more obvious without too much. And how do you express stickiness and spiral force with simple open and close? So I think that's the paradox of Tai Chi. What's easier may be actually more challenging, and what is more powerful may look sort of like not really sticky, not really strong. In training of martial arts, for centuries, martial arts being all over the world, certainly in China, the training of martial art was the harder, the stronger, the better, until Tai Chi came out. And people usually look at Tai Chi and say, oh, what can you do with it? It doesn't look like anything. And eventually, they will find out that the softness can be stronger, and yielding can be more effective. And to yield, it's not just running away. You actually have to listen to the force and kind of sticking it and with the inner power to redirect, and also to deliver inner force in an elastic way is actually more powerful. So, sticky Tai Chi, it's kind of fun to play with it and feel it. So once you're thinking and looking at delivering your energy with that, moving against gentle resistance with elasticity, directed from your dantian, then I think it's more fun. You feel more of a difference and more depth of Tai Chi. And another way I thought is that Tai Chi is an amazing art, and it trains our mind, trains our body, and it also brings us together as a community. We have Tai Chi friends, And the Tai Chi's friendship, it's a bit like a sticky force in the sense that we together supporting each other, absorbing each other, and yet we're still very, very independent in our independent life. It's like a sticky peg. We don't need to stick with each other for life, but there is adherence to each other. You don't have to totally stick, but it's so useful to have friendships everywhere and have that joint force of energy together. And I think that's a wonderful way of a sticky force that the Tai Chi family have. So when you keep that image in mind and practice your Tai Chi, apply the Tai Chi principle, I think you then develop your sticky force even quicker when you have that direction to follow. Okay, so that's my talk, and I love to hear what you think or any of your questions.
Sorry, I'm a bit shocked to be on. I'm actually not feeling well today. I'm just going to hide and ask a question. The etheric force is, as Pat said, the lower body, but it's an extension of the physical body, like it's in the physical body and extends out. And the more Tai Chi I practice, the more I can feel my etheric body strengthening, the more I can actually feel it. As I, do some of these movements, I can feel my etheric body. And I wonder how that relates to the sticky force, because the way you're describing it, I'm also very much feeling the sticky force. And my sense is that the etheric and the sticky force are quite related because, of course, we have different polarities in each of us and different parts of our body. So as I'm running my hands over each other, then I can actually feel the sticky force and the etheric at the same time. And I wonder how you would see that they're actually related.
Well, it's that's great to hear from you, and it's good to see you.
Hello.
Yeah, well, the way I look at it is sticky Tai Chi is a form of expressing our inner energy, a form of feeling and showing and delivering that inner strength. And so that seems to me similar to the energy you talk about. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Dr. Lam, we had another comment. Someone is saying, when you were demonstrating the sticky force with a brush knee, the spiral energy appeared to also emerge more strongly. It seems like they are naturally interwoven, spiral energy and sticky force. Could you address that, please?
Oh, absolutely. Well, first of all, congratulations for your being so observant, and the fact that you notice that is also because you reach a level of Tai Chi that you can see it, and that made me really happy that you see that. And yes, of course, eventually, there's a different ways to express our Tai Chi. There's a different way to develop our Tai Chi, and spiral force is one way to express it, and stickiness is another way to express it. And they can often come together when they're really another way to express it, inner energy. And when you express it in spiral, it's more powerful than just two-dimensional. And if I can also mention that if you interested in how to deliver the energy, how to develop more stickiness, my exploring the depth of Tai Chi for arthritis and force prevention, which is the workshop is on the online Tai Chi workshops. You can get a recording of that. Would go further. That's 2 full days. I explained it. So here, Pat and me did it in half an hour. So I think we did a great job just trying to express that part of it. And of course, spiral force, there's another 2-day workshop on spiral force that's available. And then if you just tried it and worked on it, then you will feel more. I mean, it's a journey, you know, and it's so much fun for me to keep developing that journey and look at it different ways. And then you kind of intertwine, come together. It's fun.
Thank you.
This next question may be more directed to Pat. I think, Dr. Lam, someone is saying, talking about the gentle resistance that Pat mentioned, equating sticky with gentle resistance. She is wondering what she thinks of as sticky rice or sticky pancake syrup. Maybe explain a little more about the gentle resistance connected with sticky.
Sure. Because I thought, why the heck do I want to do sticky Tai Chi? I thought it sounded plodding. I would plod through wallpaper paste or something. But then Dr. Lam said, well, think of a Post-it note, you know, and how you peel it off. So, you know, you peel it kind of slowly. And once you peel it off, there's no sign that it ever was stuck there. So I like thinking of that, so gentle. So this sticky force is a little different to me than going against the gentle resistance, with that idea that you can lead but not run. I can coax the ball through the water gently, but if I try to pull it too fast, I'm going to meet too much resistance. So I want to feel a gentle resistance, and by sticking like a sticky note where I can just peel right off too. I'm feeling the resistance there, but I'm not hanging on to it. Gently moving the bubble out, just like you can't really catch a bubble. I tried when I was a little kid to catch those bubbles, and if you're too fast and too harsh, they break. We all learned that if we played with bubbles. But if you're real gentle, if I put my hand there and line it up with the bubble, I might be able to hold it for a few seconds. It might adhere a little bit to my palm. So they are related. Everything relates. I think we're talking in a way about how the energy is working. How is the chi working? And this is another aspect of how the chi is working. And it's not exactly the same as moving against the gentle resistance, but I certainly have to start there. I have to start moving gently against the gentle resistance. And then I think of feeling more of it. I personally think of skimming along the edge of that bubble. I might feel the gentle resistance of the bubble, and then I can slide along. It's sticky, but not quite as harsh as glue. It can just touch. And it relates to that magnetism, that magnetic feeling we talk about too. It's not exactly the same as magnetism, but it's that idea of an attraction and being able to, what was that saying from that school? To stick, follow and lead, but don't run. So I hope that answers it a little bit. I think they're related. They're not exactly the same to me.
Okay, thanks, Pat. And there was a little more that someone wanted to ask you directly. If you could share the words again from the Green Dragon Tai Chi.
I want to give them credit because it was posted. Right. It was posted on their website of Green Dragon Tai Chi, but stick, follow, lead, but don't run. You can't drag. You can't drag it along with you either, but you stick in this and sense, stick and sense, follow where that energy is going and lead or redirect it. I'll type it into the chat.
Yeah, two people are asking about the origins in some of your research, Pat, or Dr. Lam, either one, the origin of the word sticky. How does it in Chinese, perhaps? Did it get translated into English? Does it have any other parallel translations that might capture the qualities of sticky? What's the origin? Where did the word sticky come from?
Well, I would think probably the most directly is what Pat mentioned, chisel, sticky hands, from the idea of pushing hands. And the translation is just what it is, the description of what it is. I think, yeah, I am kind of academic in some way, involved in research and working with the research academics who get very hang up to the exact words and double analyzing everything. On the other hand, I also really like the free thinking and really how we feel. And that's my combination of Tai Chi and my yin and yang is I like the natural, what they feel like, sticky. That's what it is, sticky.
Okay, thank you. Are we, Evan, about to break into discussion groups, or do we have time for one more quick question?
Yeah, that sounds great, Ernie. One more question.
Okay. Lorraine, Lorraine Norton, you asked to join in here. Did you have a question? Your hand is up. Please
Yes.
unmute.
Yes.
Yes.
My hand's up. I would like to join in this conversation about sticky. Sticky is not, in this context, sticky is not like sticky syrup. In this context, we think if you have push hands where they're gently connected but not stuck together, where the energy is shared or felt and being moved in certain direction as you intended. And if you were doing waving hands, for example, it has something to do with what we're talking about, a gentle resistance and Pat's concept of a magneticism, that our two arms, our body is moving in sync. They seem to move in different directions, but they are connected. They are moving in an energy field that is connected. That is my interpretation of sticky in Tai Chi. So you were doing open and close, that magnetic field, our two arms, our two sides of the body, our chest, and our dantian, they're moving in a certain synchronicity. That is how I think we should view that term sticky, not in terms of sticky syrup, but in terms of connectedness. That is my interpretation. I thought I'd share that with you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Lorraine, and thank you everyone for your participation. I think it's time, Evan, if you're ready, that we'll go into small groups and everyone can chat among themselves. Introduce yourself and share. That's what it's all about. Get to know one another. All right, Evan, you want to move people around a little bit?
Great. Thanks, Ernie.
Yeah, my question for you, when you see someone doing Tai Chi, do you see there's a stickiness? And so, wow, that looks like good Tai Chi. Do you have that feeling?
We have a thank you saying both talks are very interesting. And question here. Would you apply sticky to thinking?
Sorry?
Would you apply sticky to thinking?
Oh.
Thinking the chi.
Yes, it kind of come together. Sinking the chi is when you breathe out, and as you sink your chi, that's where you deliver energy, and that's where you also express that stickiness. When you deliver energy, push, deliver, and then your force change, your speed change slightly. Little close, as you get closer, a little faster, and then it's a little slower. It's like a elastic feeling as you deliver. At the same time, you sing your chi, then you make your chi express through your delivering. And that delivering force is like a crescendo. It go up, deliver, and then goes down, and then you gather more force to do the next phase of delivering. So they coming kind of together. If your chi doesn't sink and you're floating, then you don't have that inner energy, don't have as much inner energy to show the stickiness. You'll be more flowing without base. So sinking has come together with it.
We have one here, a question, Dr. Lam. Do you think that part of this stickiness is related to engaging the elasticity in the body's fascia, ligaments, and tendons?
Oh yes, of course. That definitely, when we do Tai Chi, we stretch our fascia, our ligaments, especially the inner deep muscles and deep ligaments, by stretching it in sort of our Tai Chi way, the elastic way. That is how the stickiness expresses itself. Rather than just stretch like this, then that would not be as powerful as Tai Chi. Because the difference between physical strength and Tai Chi inner energy is that it comes from inside, internal, driven through your mind to the Chi and expressed through your Chi. And also that stickiness comes from the way you use your Chi and allow that Chi to move. And that's the difference of internal art, is when you use the Tai Chi to deliver energy, it doesn't stop. You deliver and then you move on to the next phase, rather than bang, finish. So the internal continue to flow and continue to grow as you practice it. And that's why in Tai Chi we can continue to improve. No matter as we get older, we can still be able to express that.
The word stickiness before, but something I'm becoming to understand is the stickiness of community. And what I visualize is like a school of fish. If you see a school of fish in an aquarium, or if you have a video, or if you were able to see underwater, and the school of fish, they all go together, and then they'll turn and go another direction. And then that is like us when we work in a group and demonstrate Tai Chi, practice Tai Chi together in a group. So we're sticking together, but we're not touching each other. But there's this stickiness. It's how can I describe? I think this answers that concept, doesn't it, to you? What do you think?
That's beautiful. Yeah, it's like there's a invisible energy that connects us, and in a way, that's what sticky force is. The Tai Chi energy is an internal energy that's not so obvious, but when you know what you're looking for, you can see it. And when you know how, if you want it, you can also grow that inner force. That's why my friend was so excited when he saw the other person has really improved the Tai Chi, that he started getting more internal and able to show that there is a stickiness in his Tai Chi. And that's how I understand it, how I got excited with my friends as well.
Have a previous question. When somebody saw you doing brush knee, they seemed to think that the energy was stronger and the spiral force was stronger when you were explaining sticky fingers, sticky hands. They seemed to think that the energy was stronger, feeling stronger energy.
Yeah, well, right. And if you really think about it, spiral, it's a good way to express the stickiness. It's if you just go here with, and that's nice, but if there is a spiral within it, then that makes the whole stickiness much more powerful and more interesting. And I think our body is designed to do that as well. Sorry, go ahead. Yeah.
I have a question. How would you introduce this very new Tai Chi learner who is spending lots of energy on learning the moves? How do you introduce the stickiness?
I would start, okay, first of all, I would start showing and getting people to get the movement, the shape right. And then once they get the shape reasonably well, then I'll get them to think of moving against a gentle resistance, as though there's a gentle resistance wherever you go. And then I'll get people to be mindful of their posture. Once they understand how to move against gentle resistance, then I'll work on their posture. I'll work on the slowness, the mindfulness of the movements. And essentially, I'm working on the Tai Chi principles, and the more you apply the Tai Chi principles, mindful will transfer your weight, mindful will song your joints. If your joints are tense, it can't be sticky. If your joints are open and your cheeks are open, then you have that elastic energy. And if your mind is not quiet, then your body tenses up at the same time. So those principles will enhance it. And I wouldn't worry talking too much about sticky Tai Chi. I'll just work on those principles slowly, one thing at a time. And then when they are better and ready, then you can play with them. Let them join you in that mental feeling of the elasticity and the inner energy. I mean,
Someone else has added that it's a peaceful feeling when we are practicing playing Tai Chi together in a group. A calmness that comes over, a peacefulness is the way that she has that feeling. And I think it's very obvious if you're watching a group, or if you're within a group. You don't have to think about it too much. It's very peaceful, very soothing. That could be part of the stickiness idea.
Yeah, of course, when you are sung, when you are in peace, in harmony, then that's have that sticky energy. If you're tense and angry, you don't see, you couldn't do that. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Well, we can have a breakout group and then we can come back and continue our discussion or chat later. So,
Oh my goodness. It's hard to see all of this. Yeah, to see all of this. We have Texas, Indiana, Tennessee, Virginia, Washington State, Oregon. We have Mexico. We have Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, Florida, California, Maine, New York. So we're east, west, Minnesota, New Mexico, Georgia, we're south, California, Boston, all right, New Mexico, Nebraska, Ohio. We are everywhere. Oh my goodness. Georgia, Vermont, Australia, Illinois, California, St. Louis, Missouri, hello, Arizona, New York State, Georgia's Wisconsin, another one from Missouri, Georgia, Australia again, Utah, California, no, Wyoming, Alabama, Pennsylvania, Atlanta. Let's see any new ones in here. North Carolina, Massachusetts, and Delaware.
Nicely done, Ernie.
Yeah. Okay. So we're north, south, east, and west, and right in the middle. I'm in the middle.
Can I suggest we take a group photo?
Yes. Fun.
Okay, so let me get ready for that. And I think we'll have 2 pages of photos today. Whoops, where's Dr. Lam on my photo? Okay. Okay, I'm ready, Dr. Lam, whenever you are.
Okay, yeah, you just give us 1, 2, 3.
Well, what would you like us to do?
A smile first.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that was page 1. Hang on a second.
Let's do getting ready to do the brush knee.
I just need to do a 2nd page of our smile photo.
Okay.
So just hang on one moment with the smile. 1, 2, 3. All right. Go ahead, Dr. Lam. What would you like us to do now?
Getting ready to do a brush knee.
Okay, here's page 1. 1, 2, 3. And I'll do the 2nd page. Hang on. Sorry, everyone. 1, 2, 3. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Well, it's 1 minute past the hour. If you have any really important questions, you still have a chance to say that. Then I'm going to conclude it officially, but I'll stay a little while after.
I'll just, before you conclude, Dr. Lam, I'd just like to remind everyone that I'll put it, since we had that big stream of states in the chat, you might have lost the link for the survey. I just shared a survey with you where you can vote for next month's topic and share some of your feedback about the forum today. So please go ahead and respond. It should just take a moment. You could do that anytime. But thanks, Dr. Lam.
So I'm looking forward to that. See you.
Agreed. See you then.
Yep, great. Okay, I'm going to officially conclude this forum. I'd like to thank my team, especially my co-speaker, had, and she bringing such valuable informations, and Ernie, Nuala, and Evan who all make this happening. And of course, it's you who make the forum. So please come back, tell your friends to come, tell your students to come, tell anybody to come and join us. And I look forward to see you in person one day. Keep practicing Tai Chi, and remember, the stickiness is our friendship too. It's something that you can come and go. You can always count on each other, but you also don't need to get stuck. You can be yourself, but we can be together. It's a community. That's the sticky Tai Chi in our relationship as well. So you're welcome to stay for another 10 minutes. We'll stay for 10 minutes, but also you are welcome to leave and attend to your other business. And of course, after this, I'm really happy to talk to anybody about any topic.
So I have